All right, Assalamualaikum. I want to talk about Francis Bacon. He's born on 22 January 1561 in London. He come from a noble family. His father, Sir Nicholas Bacon, was an important figure in the Kiss country. Francis Bacon became of the great thinker who laid the foundation of realism and modern philosophy. In the history background of England, the 16th century was England's golden age, especially under the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. The discovery of American shifted trade from the Mediterranean for the Atlantic, elevating England, Spain, France, and the Netherlands as major trading power. Italy lost a dominant position as a Europe trade hub, trade and naval power. After the defeat of the Spanish Armada in 1588, England eliminated its stronger rival. English trade flourished with the ship sailing across the globe. English cities thrived the industry and prosperity, and English sailor, immigrant, pioneer, and world explorer. Rise of literature. Anglo rise was not limited trade in industry but a stand of literature. This era produced great the future figures such as the Shakespeare, Mellos, Ben Jonson, Spear, and the many other. Literature reached the speed which the magnificent poetry and dramatic work.
Hello, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Naufal Zikri Muhammad Zahiri, matrix number 072429. I would like to share about the story of modern philosophy Francis Bacon. First, between political power and the foundations of liberalism. Francis Bacon in the year 1561 until 1626, a pivotal figure who bridged the gap between thought and action, and the second, known as the father of empiricism, and the third, he is very versatile genius as statesman, member of parliament, and philosopher. And the political ascent rise in parliament and the political area. In the year 1583, elected as a member of parliament in England. His strength, captive audience with his initial oratory and crystal clear arguments. The second of the strength of his strength, he called as the philosopher king because he nearly realized Plato's dream, a single individual uniting deep intellectual wisdom with political influence. In a conflict, his rapid rise made him a target for political rivals who sought to sideline him. And next, friendship and betrayal, the Earl of Essex, a conflict of loyalty and principle. These have four. First, the patron, the king of Essex, a wealthy nobleman, supported Bacon's career and finances. And second, the plot. Essex secretly planned a rebellion to imprison Queen Elizabeth. And the third, Bacon's choice. Despite their friendship, Bacon remained steadfast to the crown. And last, the verdict. He acted as a prosecutor in Essence treason trial, leading to Essence eventual publication. Next, fall and resurrection. Suffering, imprisonment, and glory. Have four also. First, public backlash. Bacon was loathed by the public for his perceiving betrayal of Essence. Second, financial ruin. He was later imprisoned for falling to settle heavy debts. Third, retaliation. Despite this fall, he rose again to attain the highest offices of state. Last, not last, but quotes from Alexander Pops describe Bacon as the wisest, brightest, and the means of mankind. Sorry. So skip to the next slide. The third slide have two also, but it have the explanation from to this. First, uniting knowledge and application. What's the dilemma? Bacon often struggle between a life of solitude, contemplation, and a life of action. It's about politics. The second, the conclusion. He believed that theoretical study as and in itself was vanity and arrogance. And the last core belief, knowledge is only truly valuable when it finds its way into practical application to improve human life. And the second, the scientist until the very end. March 1926, he experimented with using stone to preserve meat. Have three also, the act, the tragedy, final words. The act, he bought and hanged himself with snow to test how long its wood lasts without decaying. Second, the tragedy, exposure to cold lead to a fatal illness pneumonia. Pneumonia. The last, his word, final word, he died on 9 April 1626. Nothing in his will. The experiment has succeeded with great success.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Hakim Haika bin Ayub Al Zahid. Metric number 027409. I will continue for this presentation. For this, it is because state the following to spend a long time on theoretical study alone is a form of inertia. To adorn oneself with is a love of display. And to base one own opinion solely on the rule, on its rule, to the inclusion of all us is merely a mark of intellectual novelty. Alongside his practical life, Bacon was a profound thinker and a writer to remarkable eloquence. In time, April portrayal of his moral philosophy, which tend more toward Machiavellian harness than toward Christian love, as well as decision of his religious inclination, where in her whole the belief that reason alone, without revelation of inspiration, is sufficient to regulate the universe.